Hello, it's that time of year, Halloween, where we get that random throwaway card just as something, right? So I love this card. This is the card art in particular is brilliant. So it's Oolong and Launch. Now you might actually want to do this twice over, because only because there's a slight difference to the card art. But here you go, Oolong and Launch. But like when you awaken him, Oolong just transforms into Kid Goku. Beware that he's not Kid Goku. It's that the little piggy nose is just absolutely brilliant. Okay, right. So I wonder if there's actually any difference between what they do. Okay, right. So let me have a look. So in this particular one, this is the unawakened in essence. What we had 8,000. All right, geez. Okay, it's actually surprisingly fairly decent. You get 400%, 400% at the start, minus 100%, no more than 300, and the chance of evading enemy's attack goes up to 30 with each turn passed. Okay, so interesting. Start off quite strong, and then yeah, you're not. But you do get dodge. When there's another Earthlings ally in the same turn, you get one key and a medium chance to do an additional super attack, and you recover HP. You do raise defense for the turn. Interesting. But more importantly, with this particular card art, let's see. So, okay, so it looks like it's slightly more generous. So you get 560% coming in at 8,100. All right. So again, it's better than that new Strike revamp, the one with the Prince Vegeta, the Saiyan Saga Vegeta, right? So 560%. You lose only 60% this time round. Still no more than 300, but you do have a dodge chance that goes up from 30 to 50 on the cap. So you can have a 50% chance to dodge with 260% to stats. Okay, so you'll start off, I want to say, good. Like 560, you got to imagine, no matter how poor the stats are, not like it's the worst in the world, but like 560s, it's got to mean something, right? It's not as if it's still going to be under 100k or even 150k. But interesting. So when there's another Earthlings ally in the same turn, you now get 2 key, which is actually really nice. Still a 30% chance to do an additional super attack. And from the fifth turn, you're guaranteed an additional super attack, of which still raises defense for the turn. That's a 30% buff. But you now also seal. Hmm. It's it's actually not bad personally, really. Um, let's have a look. So you have 260% to stats with 50% to dodge. That's what I'm thinking. And, starting from the fifth turn, you're guaranteed an additional super attack. Is that like every time? Like just from the fifth turn period, every rotation, you're just going to do double super? I mean, double super. Like past the fifth turn, Super Battle Road is gone. Extreme Super Battle Road, maybe, but like you'd be on the end of it, like you'd be on turn 5 or 6, maybe 7, depending on the rotation. When like realistically, you don't really get past 7 on Extreme Super Battle Road because either eventually the overwhelming power kills you, or that's it, you've managed to do it. Uh, okay, well, I presume that might be good. I love the card art, and I think this is actually quite a bit more generous than I thought it was. This looks like an easy A kind of deal because, like, you still have 260%, you still have a 50% chance to dodge, you still get defense, you still seal. It's like what an easy A does. I mean, next year, this guy will easy A. What they'll do, I don't know. Okay, so Flea more than meets the eye, Metamorphosis, Berserker, Shattering the Limit, and then these two DB sagas. Okay, so Berserker, no, not really. You're not really going to rock Berserker. I feel like there was a unit I've recently done a video on who had Berserker. Um, for the life of me, I can't really figure out who it is. I can't remember if it's like Mamba or something like that. Metamorphosis, interesting. That's really interesting. But actually, yeah, because Metamorphosis, Launch has Metamorphosis, and she's just had her easy A. Um, who else had one of this? I don't think the rest of them on this have theirs. But yeah, she does actually have Metamorphosis, so that's probably the reason why she's at the top here. Well, actually, you got the exact same link sets basically, so that's pretty good. But like, it's all DB Saga, so that's pretty good. So if you're going to rock them on Joint Forces, no. But Earthlings, DB Saga, Earthbred, yeah. So Earthlings has just had the Extreme Super Battle Road. It's very difficult. Um, much like the original one, but this one's just heinous. So Earthlings, they need the power. Now coming in with 560%, I'm pretty sure that if I was to attempt it and have a crack with them, I'd probably find then that it might be easier because their stats. I mean, they're only at 8,000, but again, first few turns. I mean, even after the first turn, you're still looking at 500%, and then it goes down to 440. So, ultimately, it's still pretty good. Um, but yeah, so it's pretty bonkers. Works really well with. Oh, there's the new member. Funny enough, is it you who has Berserker? No, you got Metamorphosis. But regardless, there's a whole bunch of new stuff in here. There's like you could make Earthlings work now. We had like Krillin's had his Easy A, and we're talking like there's a bunch of other Earthling Easy A's. Lawrence just had hers. I mean, it's all pretty good. And for DB Saga, yeah. So DB Saga's still one of the worst categories going, but honestly, with the most recent buffs that we've had from the Peppy Gals and this unit, it's not bad. I feel like someone might have been a bit too generous. Otherwise, goddamn, what are we going to get in the future? Because seriously, this is actually not bad. But yeah. Okay, so how do you do this and like what do you get? And well, it's just a throwaway unit, right? So it looks like you're up against Colonel Violet. Colonel Violet is the way to go. No matter how many times I've seen the DB saga, I have no idea who Colonel Violet is. So that's interesting. Looks like they're going to drop one of several items. Aren't these just like buff active buffs, aren't they, or something like that? But yeah. So you get there. It looks like there's two stages, so just two stones. It looks like you're gonna get. Right, interesting. So that's a pretty rare and pretty valuable training item on the high end. Honestly, I think the only training item that's more powerful than this is probably the Pycon helmet. That's pretty valuable to have the candy canes. So that might be worth just a rinse, just to get a whole bunch of them. But yeah, other than that, yeah. So yeah, two stages, grind the hell out of it. If you want to do it again, just so you can have like the this, and then you got the little piggy nose Goku. Sure, I mean why not? You need to do it twice anyway at some point for the future, just because they'll go to SA15, etc. Because there are also others that have come in. We'll touch on them to another video. Um, but yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. What missions do you get? You get two stones plus the two from this, so they get four stones. And it looks like if you get, I don't think that's all your orbs back, but it might be, but it's pretty good. You do get a copy from clearing it. Okay, so you do get a good chunk of them back, so again, that's actually not so bad. Nice thing to do is just a little bit of content, get going, and yeah, have fun with that 560%. Pretty impressive. All right, thank you very much for watching. This was a lovely short video. I love this card art. Right, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and bye bye.